Hey everyone, nice sunny day today. We're going to be talking about some coins that a friend asked about. Big shout out to Nermina. Great recommendation to talk about early Islamic coinage. One of the areas I'm quite interested in and that I've researched, so this is fun for me to talk about. So, first off, we're starting with two different types of coinage. We're talking about Byzantine, or Roman, depending on the terminology you want to use. And then we're talking about Sasanians. So I love the Sasanians. I wrote my thesis about them. It's one of my main specialties, and I have lots of them in my own collection. I think I got about 10 or 12 just of different varieties of Sasanian coinage. So, I'm going to show you a little bit more about that, just so that, you can see what we're starting with. We're then going to move into the early stages. Now, with any ancient coinage, and even some modern, if you look within the past 100 years, actually, the biggest thing is weight and metal. Remember, silver's silver. Gold is gold. Copper's copper. Seems quite simple. If you want to have a legitimate government at this stage in history, so 7th, 8th century, you've got to have money. Money talks. Soldiers need pay. Merchants need to trade. You've got to have money. So if you want your empire to function, you got to be able to pay people. You got to be able to show your legitimacy. Not to mention, remember, literacy rates at this stage still quite low. So for the people under Khusro, remember, they would have never really seen Khusro. This is all they would have known of Khusro. Right? They wouldn't really know what he looked like. Well, they kind of would have known what he looked like, but they would not have had public access to him. So I'll take one of them out of the case. You can see his lovely face a little more. Right? This is what they would have known of him. What they see on the coinage. Right? That would have been the public image of a king. So if you don't have coinage, people aren't going to respect you because they're not going to know you. They're not going to know who's in charge here. So with that, we now obviously get to the rise of Islam, and we start to get conquest. So what do? They take the coinage that they knew, and they change it slightly. So with you get the Arab Byzantine coins, they add the word Jaid, meaning good or valid, depending on how you want to see it. We get this with the Sasanian coins as well. You'll see the word Jaid written in Arabic. It's quite clear. You'll see it kind of stands out. This would be a simple way of saying this coin is valid in our area. Simple, right? No point minting a whole new coinage when you just got to pay someone. Just got to put this coin is good for use. Then, after that, the coins start to get religious. They still keep the Sasanian design, and we have some of these in Arab format as well. And they add Bismillah, Lillah, started adding very simple phrases. I apologize once again, as I say in most of my videos, I am not a fluent Arabic speaker, so if my pronunciation at times is off, I apologize. They start adding more, Bismillah ala Malik, Abdul Malik, Bismillah Rabi. You start to get full shahadas written on there. Bismillah Muhammad Rasulullah. These things slowly get added, and the inscription gets a little bit bigger. This is quite common in different areas, especially with the Sasanian coins. So they add just the Arabic inscriptions on them. They still retain the images of the Shah, and sometimes they will actually, the part where the Shah's name is changed will be a little bit different. You'll start getting, the name Muhammad written in Pahlavi and stuff like that. And that is our big difference. The next big change is the standing Abdul Malik coins, which these, I would argue, are the first real Arab coins, because this is the first time where you've got Abdul Malik, he's carrying his sword, He looks like a Byzantine king or a Sasanian Shah. It's the first time we really see a unique coinage where it's like, whoa, this is different. And that's basically the start of Islamic coinage. Again, you've got to remember, soldiers got to be paid, merchants got to trade. Money runs the empire. And if you don't have money flowing, you're not going to operate. So for the early Arab leaders were quite smart. They realized that your average person does not care who's actually on the coin as long as they can use it. So that's why you get these Jaid coins, where I gotta pay my people. Here's my 5 silver coins. It's good. It works. That's why it just says Jaid on it. We see this actually in a number of countermarks in colonial periods or post-colonial periods, where they've just stamped something very similar just to go, this coin is valid. It's actually quite simple. It's fascinating to see these changes. And then eventually we get the Abdul Malik coins, where you really see the change. Because that's where now they're at the stage where they can start making the coins their own. So yeah, early Islamic coinage. I know I focused a lot on Arab Sasanian because that's my thing. I love my Sasanians and my Arab Sasanians, consequently. Again, any questions, feel free to ask. If you want more examples or, specific examples, for example, the Bismillah coins, the Shahada coins, ask and I shall look for them. I know I have lots of photos of them somewhere on my hard drive because I've looked at a number of museum collections and nearly published on a few. That might be coming out within the next couple of years. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Yeah, ask questions, learn, stay happy, stay safe. Still a pandemic, so wear your masks and wash your hands, especially after handling coins. Make sure to wash your hands. Something I learned a long time ago. So that's all for today, guys. Bye-bye for now.